Welcome back, everybody. We got Will and Iman here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, and Rovi, and today we're going to talk about the true DEX.
I know, dude. We're on a DEX hunt, right?
Yeah.
We've been on a DEX hunt since this whole BRC20 thing popped off.
Specifically, Bitcoin DEX.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Some sort of method, some sort of technology that did not exist, to our knowledge.
Yeah.
Where these BRC20 token things can be, seamlessly swapped with one another, right? Whether that's going to be a centralized process or a decentralized one was to be determined. Right?
Well, yeah, they're both going to happen,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
We got Binance, we got Gate.io.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
Right?
But now we're looking at DEXs, and we found Alex, which is running on the Stacks network.
Yes.
So just to sum everything up, we were looking at BRC20s, and we're like, someone needs to create a second layer for this so that it doesn't clog the Bitcoin network.
Yeah.
We got Bitcoin maxis calling for censorship and, shutting this down, reverting back to original Bitcoin stack and all this stuff. And here we are with Stacks existing since 2017?
I believe so, yeah.
And now they're starting to integrate with the Ordinals nomenclature system.
Correct. Yeah, so I think Stacks probably emerged probably the last time scalability concerns was part of the Bitcoin zeitgeist, which is around 2017.
SegWit.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm pretty sure they were having the same conversations as a community as they're having at this very moment. It's like, hold up, boys. It's like there's a lot of activity happening on our chain. It's like something needs to be done here, right? It's like, are we going to just shut this all down, cancel ordinals for good?
Yeah.
Fork away,
Yeah.
Say our goodbyes, or are we going to develop something similar to what Ethereum did, a layer 2 ecosystem to support all this transactional weight?
Right.
So Stacks has a ginormous front lead on that thesis.
Yeah,
right?
all they had to do was just integrate ordinals, and they're the biggest.
Which is what it sounds like Alex is attempting to do, right?
Yeah.
They're leveraging Stacks as that, infrastructure layer, similar to a Polygon to Ethereum, right? Layer 2 that's packages transactions and then eventually sends it onto the Bitcoin or the main chain, right? As a nice little bundle, right?
Yes. Yeah, roll-ups almost.
Yeah. Almost, yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at this tweet from Alex. They're saying, "High Bitcoin fees got you down, Iman."
They sure do.
Concerned about risk of replaced by fee.
So concerned. It already happened. It already happened.
It says, despite the fee, Stacks operate smoothly. This is because transactions are aggregated and settled collectively, allowing the group to afford a higher gas fee. It's a beauty of L2 solutions.
Wow, very well said, Alex. PR/marketing team.
Yeah,
very much capitalizing on this momentum,
for sure.
Right? Which as they should, right? We've been talking about it, and everybody's talking about it. Like, man, somebody needs to step up and fix this problem. So Alex is coming out and saying, "Hey, we're gonna do exactly that," which is good.
Yeah. So they have 61,000 followers. So they've been around the block here. So what is their market cap? So on CoinGecko it says 67 million.
Right.
The circulating supply is about half the max supply.
And keep in mind, I know we're flip-flopping around a lot these days on this channel. This is not a BRC20 token, Alex.
Yeah, it's definitely
This is a token on Stacks, I believe. So, if you want to get it, you'd have to go to probably their own tool, their own swapping tool.
Right.
And use the Stacks, the STX token itself to acquire that. Right. So this is not something you're going to see on Uniswap, at least not yet, unless they decide to do one,
Yeah. Okay, so then we got another tweet here. It says, the world's first and fastest DEX on BRC20. The TVL has gone up 28% in a single day.
So this is a signal, right? There's interest. There's preparations happening for what people are speculating to be, again, the potential standard solution to, making BRC20 markets more liquid. And of course, addressing the biggest dilemma, the biggest elephant in the room is offloading some of that transactional pressure off of the main chain.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the way to do it. Maybe this is the catalyst Stacks has been waiting for to get everyone to realize dude, we've been trying to fix your shit for many, many years now, but you guys have been ignoring us mostly. It's time for you to pay attention and see it's here. This tech is valuable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree. And I'm assuming that you're going to have a way better experience on Stacks just because less fees.
Yeah, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna front here. You know, I'm not a native Bitcoin user, right?
Correct.
I'm a total noob because of BRC20s and ordinals and stuff. But man, my experience has been a rough one.
Yeah.
Like I've already gotten like gobbled up by the fucking mempool.
Yeah, stuck in the mempool.
Yeah, I've missed mints because of it. I've sent transfers that I feared have gone missing. This is all very like I mean, I experienced a lot of this in Ethereum too.
Yeah.
But not like this. Like this is pretty rough.
Yeah, and you're early on too. Like,
I know.
You're competing against like 50,000 other people.
Yeah, we just checked Dune Analytics. It's less than 50,000 people are dabbling in these waters, and that's enough to like totally disrupt it all.
Yeah.
So it's obviously a huge problem.
Yeah, I mean, imagine though, 50,000 people transacting on Bitcoin. All of a sudden, it's like unusable.
Basically, it's terrifying. Like every little action is like, you have to think, like, am I even gonna like get what I paid for?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Or it's not cool. That's not a good user experience. Right?
Yeah, it's 50,000. Man, that's like a big town. A big
that's
town
a
using
small
Bitcoin.
Town, dude. The fuck? That's like my college town.
Really, 50,000 people?
Yeah. That's my college town, literally.
Who would have thought that Bitcoin was the true shitcoin all along?
Exactly, dude. So there's a big problem, elephant in the room. Everybody's talking about it. And Stacks might just be one of those instances of like right place, right time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is their like Netscape moment of where, like Facebook changing their name to Meta, like for the metaverse.
Exactly.
It's like BRC20. Here it is. Like, here's your chance, Stacks.
Yeah, so this isn't a Stacks video yet. We're gonna make one of those soon, but this is more focused on Alex because what's in demand right now is an environment where BRC20s can be traded in a DEX-like environment, like a Uniswap.
Yeah. So here's something interesting. It says in less than 24 hours, many up-and-coming projects have already applied to a list on Alex, the world's first and fastest DEX on BRC20. So why would a DEX require a sign-up list?
I know, that's what kind of like skeeved me out a bit. I was like, hold on a second. I don't remember Uniswap ever asking for people to sign up to get listed on, Uniswaps. It didn't work like that. That's what it's to be open and permissionless, right?
Yeah, I guess it depends on a couple of things. If maybe there's some sort of UI element that wasn't available that made it more difficult to swap tokens and stuff, and I don't know.
Maybe the BRC20 itself, there's some sort of back end complexity we're not really aware of.
Yeah, correct.
Because it's so new and they need to.
Yeah, just like we're saying, you had to transfer tokens, or you have to convert your inscription into a transfer function. Like maybe that's like part of like why you would have to sign up.
Maybe we don't really know. It would be nice to get some sort of technical clarity, or like why have like this process of onboarding and not just having a truly open or permissionless architecture, right? Or people could just come in and list their tokens. Maybe it's because there's probably a bridging process, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So they gotta like test that out. They're probably just developing things. It's like super ultra fast hyper mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is probably gonna like expose many vulnerabilities potentially because they're trying to meet the demand of the market, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure this wasn't on their roadmap until like a month ago.
Right. Exactly.
Because BRC20s didn't even exist a month ago, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna have to make some. I don't know. It's kind of scary, right? Like if you're a developer, this developer in particular, you're going to take all these big risks for like your platform in general just to support this.
But as you say it, dude, scared money don't make money, right?
That's right. You got to do it. If you're Alex, you're like, dude, balls to the wall. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
All right. So we're going to check out their website, their swapping tool.
Yeah.
So you said that this reminded you of the early days of Binance.
Yeah, I remember Binance way back in the day in 2017, like when they first came out, they had ICOs listed on their platform, which I thought was new. You didn't see many exchanges with like ICO launch pads.
It was like Tron and what was it?
Tron and others. I don't remember, dude. They were all in Chinese. Tron was the only one that I recognized.
Yeah.
But they quickly had to pull that stuff down, I think, for regulatory reasons. But nonetheless, it brought back some nostalgic memory.
Yeah, so here's a swapping tool. You're going to be able to swap stacks with potentially a BRC20 token.
Now that's going to be the big breakthrough. Once that's realized, oh man, there's going to be like some.
Let's see if Ordi is already on here. Definitely not.
Yeah, there's going to be some craziness happening. That this could, if it works out, and Alex does a good job of creating these technical integrations for the BRC20s.
Yeah.
Then man, we're talking like the next leg up for the whole market space.
That's right. Okay, so then the question is, well, how do you use Alex? You need a Hyro wallet.
Yeah.
And just another one.
Another wallet, dude.
This is the next one of your 50 you already have.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you need this. It'll accept stacks and, of course, Bitcoin. Then you can use the swapping tool to swap away.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we're talking about the Stacks network. That is, of course, at $1 billion market cap. And it's been around since early days of crypto, 2020.
Yeah, it's token trading here.
Yeah.
So it's already gone through a boom and bust cycle, just like everything else that was around that long. That looks like a nice little bull pennant to me, dude, if I ever seen one.
Yeah.
If we're talking about meme patterns.
Yeah. Like an explosion.
That looks pretty bullish, So I think people in the market are starting to pick up on the potential of not just stacks, but, it's primitives are building on top of it, right?
Right.
If they could do what they're, marketing, what they're about to do, this is big.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
A lot of potential because this is needed. We might not have to wait. Remember what I said the other? It was like, dude, it's probably gonna be 6 to 12 months before we see like a viable L2. But maybe not.
Yeah,
maybe it's already here.
This would be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and finally, we're looking at so the Stacks website. So we're gonna be talking about Stacks in a later video. We're gonna get deeper into this. Just smart contracts on Bitcoin. There's nothing more juicier and more interesting, than that.
Yeah, it was just figuring out exactly how all this is happening.
Look at that, dude.
The metaverse.
It's not dead.
Metaverse on Bitcoin?
It's not dead,
Is that the next mania, dude?
I believe so. Yeah, so we talked about stacks. All right, so anything other than Alex swapping tool, we're going to see stacks versus swapping with any ordinals or BRC20, I would say.
Something to keep your eyes on, right?
There's going to be some bridging component, right?
Yeah. Most likely.
All the transactions are not going to be happening on Bitcoin, right? So you're going to have to bridge it to the Stacks network.
Which is exactly how it works with Polygon, right?
Yeah,
you have to migrate your Ethereum assets to the Polygon layer 2 in order to leverage that more favorable fee environment.
Yeah, and on top of that, I mean, bridging is very expensive on Ethereum. So this might still be very expensive.
Yeah.
But once you bridge it, then you're looking at like a less fee ecosystem. Looking at
like happy fun land, basically.
Yeah.
We're talking pennies per transaction.
Yeah.
Or less.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it all works out right, we don't actually know. We don't know yet like the full depth of like Stacks' architecture and stuff, like how efficient it is.
Yeah.
But we'll figure that out. And then of course once we start deploying, layer 1 to L2 and we start congesting the L2 network over time, we'll start to know truly how
scalable Stacks is.
Yeah,
and so the another significant component to enabling all this is the pools, right? You're going to need a Stacks ordi pool.
That's right.
Right? You're going to need a Stacks, BRC20 pool.
Right. So these will function like any other pool, right? You're going to get you're going to get like a share of the fees.
Right.
And probably some like LP tokens and stuff like this. So now we're talking DeFi, like legit, like for reals.
Yeah.
So these are things other projects, like I said, like an Oshi and Orpo are working on. These are like the organic attempts at like solving these problems from developers in that community, which they already have BRC20 tokens supporting that.
Yeah, and this is where you start separating the men from the boys in terms of BRC20s. Like the ones with liquidity are the ones where action is going to be happening.
Yeah, that's what we said about Oshis. Like once they get an actual, protocol deployed, then the narrative is going to completely shift away from memes, away from everything else. This is going to all be about like who's bringing in the most liquidity.
Yeah,
the TVL. Just like what happened during Ethereum DeFi, like those were the platforms, the protocols that won.
Yeah, and so there's a couple of things that can happen. So in the world of Ethereum during the DeFi run, there was 2 types of coins that got all the liquidity. The other coins where functionality was present. Yeah. And then the other coins were just like, I guess like food coins.
Farming?
Yield
farming.
Yield farming for like thousands of percent.
Well, that was like the meme outcome of like the legitimate functions of DeFi. Yeah. Kind of like the meme outcome now of the legitimate functionality of ordinals.
Or Bitcoin. The
Yeah, or
legitimate functionality of Bitcoin is ordinals.
like all these meme tokens and stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? Like, they don't have real utility, or at least not yet, or real tangible value to them because they don't produce any value. It's just collective piling on of sentiment at the moment. But yeah, once we get into the utility era, for sure, dude, it's all about what's being outputted, right? Lending.
Yeah.
Can people take out loans and therefore, speculate with that or do whatever they want?
Right.
What else? Who knows, man? This is a whole new goddamn sphere. Like, I'm not going to try and, predict what comes next.
Well, I mean, that's what we do. Right? We do predict pretty often, but it's important to be able to predict these things because this is the normal. I mean, humans are extremely predictable.
That's true. Yeah.
And so as soon as we get liquidity unlocked here, we're going to see, yield farming.
Yeah.
And
same thing. Yeah.
And these shit coins are going to try to like gain the liquidity because they, yield 10,000% or something like that.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, and this is solving a lot of problems, like taking all that burden off of Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's right.
But again, like still everyone still has that comfort of like knowing these things are still going to be settled on the main chain of Bitcoin itself and forever be logged and part of that, chain of history, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, maintaining its provenance.
Yeah. The security of Bitcoin, you got to leverage it. That's the whole point why there's this mania happening on Bitcoin.
1,000%, dude. So this is big. This is bullish. We're definitely going to keep our eyes on this and any other potential competitors that emerge because, as we know, ecosystems don't just like have one provider of any single service. There's going to be many, many, many others that will emerge. Right?
Correct. Yeah.
Just like Uniswap came out, was the first mover. They pioneered the automated market maker process and liquidity pooling and all this stuff.
And then it was like copied to hell by these vampire projects.
Yeah, there's like 100 of them, and now there's like 100 of them on each chain. It's nonstop, right? So it's amazing. But this is the stuff that's going to legitimize this whole Bitcoin like new value ecosystem. Hopefully, and then we're gonna need more L2s, dude. There's no way we can only have one.
Yeah, definitely
one
not.
stacks.
Nah,
just like there's not just Polygon, right?
That's exactly.
There's like 50 of them now. This is amazing, man. It's amazing times we're living in for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's been Alex. We talked about the I guess the importance of the DEX tool being able to swap BRC20s with each other and potentially just stacks on the second layer.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, if you have any projects that you want us to take a look at, make sure you comment in the comment section below. Mm-hmm. And then follow us on Twitter at The Block Runner, at MetaZone.io, and at Rovi AI, and we will catch you in the next video.
Peace.